We tell ourselves that we're going to the gym, and a month later, some excuses overpowered our commitment. We say we're not going to eat sugar until that cookie shows up and all bets are off. We promise ourselves we'll do daily meditations. We commit to getting up early, to having better relationships, to leave a negative situation, to be a better parent. Yet our lives stay the same because our paradigms, our beliefs, our thoughts, our feelings, our actions follow the rules we've set for ourselves. And we've set a rule that we don't follow through. And if we do, we're not being true to ourselves. Our own unfulfilled commitments can quite possibly be our greatest enemy. In our desire to become more tomorrow than we are today, we constantly make promises to ourselves. But there's an unrecognized danger in making a promise that we don't keep. We prove to ourselves that we're failures. We prove to ourselves that we really can't accomplish anything that we put our minds to. We prove to ourselves that things are hard, that we don't follow through, that we're not powerful, that we're not trustworthy. We don't think much of it. Most of us will never acknowledge to ourselves that it's even a problem because for most everyone, it's normal. We ignore the fact that we've lost faith in ourselves. Once we start letting ourselves down, inevitably we start letting others down as well. And in their human broken states, most of them will start tearing you down. Subtly or overtly, they'll let you know you've disappointed them. When that starts to happen, when we lose faith in ourselves and others lose faith in us, we give up. We waste away this adventure that we call life. So, how do we start winning? How do we prove to ourselves that we really can do anything we put our minds to? The answer is in Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I want to talk about this probably over the next couple weeks. He says this: as we make and keep commitments, even small commitments, we begin to establish an inner integrity that gives us the awareness of self-control and the courage and strength to accept more of the responsibility for our own lives. By making and keeping promises to ourselves and others, little by little, our honor becomes greater than our moods. That's one of my favorite quotes of all times. We make and keep commitments, even small ones, even tiny ones. That's how we fix this. The point here is to establish an inner integrity that gives us the awareness of self-control and the courage and strength to accept more of the responsibility for our own lives. When you make these small commitments and you keep them, they build on each other and they become the foundation of any change that we want to make in our lives. And every time we make a commitment we don't fulfill, every time we don't keep our word, every time we break a promise, no matter how small or insignificant we think it might be, we're destroying that very foundation. Now, don't go and make the mistake of just not keeping any or making any commitments to start with, because then you'll never start building a foundation to begin with. All that means is you've completely resigned yourself to believing that you're not capable. So don't stop making commitments at all and sentence yourself to a life of mediocrity. So what's a little commitment that you can make today that you are 100% certain you'll keep? It doesn't matter how small it is. Right now, we just want to prove to ourselves that we can make and keep commitments. So all that matters is that you keep it, that you recognize that you kept it, and you celebrate your integrity.